Betty, I want to express my sincere gratitude for everything you did yesterday. You put in a lot of effort to prepare your home for the gathering and to cook that huge meal. And it's been a long time since I last saw all my in-laws. And it really helped me feel whole again being around them. Please convey my thanks to David as well.
It was because of David that I extended the invitation to you in the first place. He asked me why I had invited all my other daughters-in-law except you. And wondered if I had forgotten to tell you. Honestly, I wasn't keen on inviting you over. But I suppose I had to be somewhat understanding since you are married to my son.
Is that so? Well, thank you for inviting me anyway, even if it was hard for you to do. I appreciate your gesture of kindness, even if it was reluctant.
Have you noticed that you stand out in this family? You are the odd one out. Do you not see that there's something you lack that others possess? Something that makes you inferior to them?
What do you mean by me being different from the others? I don't understand what you are trying to say.
I have 5 sons, and 4 out of the 5 have brought really excellent wives into our family. They all wear really expensive clothes and have come from wealthy families. They also all have really spectacular houses and have high social status. But then there's you. You are nothing like them.
I suppose our house is relatively modest compared to the other residences. I've never been one to spend much on clothing. I prefer to save money for more important things.
What's even more striking is that your father is a truck driver, isn't he? I'm sure he doesn't have a sense of culture or make enough money to be considered worthwhile. I guess he's a low class and uneducated.
Your remarks about my dad are quite harsh. In reality, my father is an amazing man. He worked from morning to night every day. And he did that to make sure I was able to get into college. Even now, he is still working hard to make sure that my mom gets to go on all those dream vacations she's been wanting. I'm sure that you viewed truckers in a pretty bad way. But my father really isn't that bad of a person at all. He just chose his profession out of a love for trucks and identifies as a diligent individual.
So do you think being a good wife is easy because your dad is a good man? Since you seem to struggle with this concept, I'll say it just once. You lack all of the good qualities that the rest of my family has. Your appearance reflects poverty, and you don't possess any branded items to flaunt. You don't fit in with us at all.
I'm sorry, are you saying all of this because of something rude that I said to you before? I tried my best to be kind to you, so I don't see why you are coming to me like this. What did I do to offend you?
This has nothing to do with that. We're discussing your lack of affluence. I can smell your lack of money from a mile away, and it's atrocious. I could see through you even if you spray on fine perfume or wore the most elegant dresses. Your poor family history has such a pungent odor that it's impossible to mask. You are a stain on our family's reputation.
I fail to see any issue with my family's background. They are good and honest people who work hard and love me. I don't need money or brands to be happy or to be a good wife. I love David and he loves me, and that's all that matters to me.
Let me clarify for you, fool. You are an embarrassment to my family. The way you dress, the way you smell, and the fact that you didn't come from wealth. I'm still confused why my son had to choose you as a wife. All of David's brothers found exceptional partners. So what made him consider a dull individual like you?
Perhaps that's because David is a very kind and down-to-earth type of person. He explained that he chose someone from an ordinary life like mine to escape the snobbery that surrounds your social circle. And I'm not saying that the others are worse off. All the other wives in this family are amazing to be around as well, but well. Everyone has been welcoming, showing kindness to me despite my status as a normal woman. And I can also tell that all of David's brothers fell really far from the tree as they don't come at me with all of these negative comments.
What? Are you insinuating that I'm the only one causing trouble? Making accusations like that will start a lot of unneeded drama, you know? And then things will really have to get personal between the two of us.
But you're the only one that's hecking me over pretty things like money and looks. Honestly, I don't mind getting berated by those remarks from you. But you've even started roping my daughter into it. Could you stop that? You treat all the other grandkids in the family with respect. So why does my daughter have to be the only one that is harassed by you? What did she ever do to you? There are times that you'll give everyone besides her cookies. And you ignore anything she says to you most of the time. And I've overheard you in the kitchen wishing to avoid your other grandkids.
I do that because she resembles you. It's hard for me to view her as one of my adorable granddaughters. When she reminds me of the unsavory person who gave birth to her.
Please don't single her out like that. Do you realize that many in the family observe your mistreatment of her? Treating her worse than the other kids? The others are nice enough to not play along with you and make sure to treat her with the respect she deserves. But because of how ruthless you are with her, anytime she is having fun, it's ruined by how you treat her. I'm really tired of seeing this happen to her and I'd like it to stop.
Who do you think you are, speaking to me like this? It's these outbursts that make me detest you. Honestly, you're too inferior for me to engage with.
But I must protect myself and my daughter. If I see you messing with her again, I'm going to start getting the men involved.
And what can they do against the queen of the family? They're my own sons. They wouldn't raise a finger against me. However, I could probably turn them against you. Just suggesting that their mother needs help would suffice to rally them against you. If you and that daughter of yours were never around, my family would be at peace. So do us a favor and disappear from my sight, both of you.
No, thank you. I'm not doing this to make an enemy out of you. I want us all to become a united, happy family. Please understand, I'm not looking for a fight. But your actions are making life difficult for my daughter and I.
Man, you are just the worst. You think you can alter my perception by pretending that you and your daughter can be part of my family? There will never be a day that I see you as my family. And the sooner you two start to realize that, the sooner the rest of us can enjoy our lives.
Over 1 month later.
Are you saying that I lack the competence to manage my own grandchildren? Don't be so absurd. I already have the experience of raising all 5 of my boys under my belt. And they were quite a handful at times. I know how to handle children better than anyone else.
However, this time there will be 3 times as many kids present. Each of your kids had sizable families with 3 to 4 children. If you add all of them up, that's going to be 15 very energetic kids. With all those kids running around, do you really think you can deal with them by yourself? Don't you think you need some help from someone else?
My eldest son secured passes for 6 Flags, and I don't want those tickets to go to waste. I'm sure you're just jealous of the fact that you aren't invited and won't be able to see what a real amusement park looks like. Anyway, I'm retired now, so I have the time to take my grandbabies to the park. I don't need anyone else to interfere with my plans.
But I'm concerned about your vision. It's not as sharp as before. Plus, considering the number of kids, using a car won't be feasible. I heard you're flying with them. How are you going to keep an eye on them at the airport and on the plane? What if something happens to them?
I've heard enough from you. I possess the experience I require. I managed to raise 5 kids, so if it's 10 or 15 kids, it's all the same. At this point, they're all in middle school. The youngest just started 6th grade. Given their exceptional mothers they should all be well behaved by now. I could understand needing assistance if they were still toddlers. But they are old enough to follow instructions and stay close to me.
That's right for the most part. Everyone is in middle school now. However, when they get excited, I'm afraid you really will be dealing with a strong force. They could start running around, making it hard to keep track of them. They might get lost or hurt themselves. You can't be everywhere at once.
All my grandkids were raised to heed to my instructions. They wouldn't stray if I asked them to. The only kid I'm worried about is the one that was born into poor mother's family. It would almost be preferable if she ran away. But I doubt she has the courage to do so.
You don't need to worry about her. Gwen is very good with staying calm and not straying away from the adults. She may have my looks, but she is a lot more like my parents. She is respectful and obedient, unlike some of the other kids.
I could have sworn she looks and acts just as poorly as you. She always wears cheap clothes and doesn't have any friends. She doesn't seem to enjoy anything in life. She's just a dull and miserable child.
I'm thankful that you're willing to take all the kids on a trip to Six Flags, but don't overexert yourself. You are not as young as you used to be, and you might get tired or sick from all the stress and excitement. Please take care of yourself and the kids.
I don't need you worrying about me. I don't need some loser like you thinking about me. I want to use this trip as a good way of letting all the kids make great memories with their loving grandma. Having the chance to take all my grandkids out like this will slowly start to become more and more rare, right? They will grow up and have their own lives, and be too busy for me.
That's true. As I said, I'm truly grateful for your efforts. You are doing something very generous and kind for the kids. They will definitely appreciate it and remember it for a long time.
Your thanks are nothing. It's nearly as good as not hearing thanks at all. If you really want to thank me, work on becoming a better daughter-in-law. Improve your appearance, your income, your education, and your manners. Maybe I will consider you worthy of being part of this family then.
1 week later.
I'm exhausted, but luckily, I was able to make all sorts of great memories. It was such a fun and exciting trip to Six Flags with all my grandkids. I'm sure they enjoyed it just as much as I did.
Thank you once again, Betty. I'm glad you made it out okay. Have all the kids gone home now? I hope they are safe and sound.
Their homes are nearby, so I had them walk back on their own. They're middle schoolers now, they should know the way. Oh, there's one thing.
Did you forget something at the park? Did you leave behind your purse or your phone?
You could put it that way. I believe I left Gwen at Six Flags. I'm sure by this point, she is bawling her eyes out looking for us.
Huh? But Gwen is at home with me right now. She arrived just a few minutes ago.
That can't be right. How did she get back so fast?
I'm being serious. She came back saying she had a fantastic time at the theme park. She said she loved the rides and the shows and the food.
But I made sure to leave her there before we left. I told her to go to the bathroom and then I sneaked away with the rest of the kids.
Made sure to? Betty, were you intentionally trying to leave Gwen there all by herself? That's horrible.
That's why I said I made a mistake. I meant to say that I forgot her there. I must have mistyped something.
Before you left, did you make sure to get a head count of all your grandkids? Was everyone with you before you went back to the airport?
I think. I didn't have time to check everyone's faces. But I counted the number of heads. And it seemed right.
You think? In other words, did you mistakenly leave another child at the park instead of Gwen?
I think that everyone came home with me after the park. I don't remember seeing anyone missing.
Just to be sure, I'm going to ask the others about their kids. I have to make sure that everyone came home from that trip.
I told you, everyone's home. You don't need to bother them with your silly questions.
But when you answered my question, you said you thought everyone returned, right? Since you mentioned ensuring you left someone there and it wasn't Gwen. I need to get to the bottom of this.
What I just said was a huge mistake. That's all. I didn't mean to leave anyone behind. I love all my grandkids equally.
But what if you did accidentally leave one of your grandchildren behind? What if they're in danger of being kidnapped or in an accident? What if they're scared and lonely and crying for you?
You are just overthinking, is all. There's no way I would do such a thing. I'm a responsible and caring grandmother.
I just received a reply from your third oldest son's wife. She said that her youngest girl, Ellie, hadn't come home yet.
But I don't know about any of that. Perhaps she got lost on her way back home. She's always been a bit of a wanderer.
But it seems her brothers have returned home safely. Right now, she's getting her husband to come home. And they are all going to start searching the neighborhood for her. They will even start asking everyone that they see if they saw a little girl that looked lost or without a parent.
I'll head over to her house as well. Maybe I can help them find her.
There's a possibility she's simply lost and might find her way back to your place. Hang tight for a while. I'll inform the others too. Maybe someone else saw her or knows where she is.
1 hour later.
Is everything okay now? Were they able to find my lost grandchild? I'm so worried about her. My goodness, I hope she's safe and not hurt.
All the men have taken a flight to Six Flags to initiate the search for her. Everyone made sure to let the theme park and the police know that she was missing. For now, please stay at home and wait for any updates.
Please hurry up and find her, okay? I can't bear the thought of losing her. She's my precious granddaughter.
Betty, do you realize just how horrible of a thing you did to your own family? Right now, Ellie's mom and dad are both super pissed at you. To the point that you shouldn't come out of your house. They are blaming you for everything that happened.
But I didn't intend to leave her behind on purpose. It was an honest mistake. I thought she was Gwen.
That's because you confused her with my daughter, right? Both Gwen and Ellie are of similar height. And they happen to be wearing similar clothing today. Your eyes have gotten really bad lately, so you probably couldn't tell the difference, huh? Had you not made this mistake, this whole situation might have revolved around my daughter, right? You wanted to get rid of her, didn't you?
I never meant for any child to be in danger. I believe someone will find her and take her to the police station or the park's officer, right? Why is it taking everyone this long to find her?
Well, just a bit ago, the staff was asking people around the park if they've seen a lost girl. And one of the taxi drivers outside the park mentioned he spotted someone who looked like her. He said the last place he saw her was about 10 minutes outside the park.
How did she end up that far away? Did she follow someone else?
She might have assumed the rest of you were outside waiting for her. So when she didn't find you, she continued further out. But just to let you know, he said that when he saw her last, she was with another man, and they were walking off somewhere.
Who was it? That guy? Did he kidnap her?
Well, no one knows. Everyone is worried that she may have been kidnapped. When Ellie's parents heard that, they both fell to the floor crying and screaming.
Then hurry and notify the police about this. Tell them to find that man and rescue my grandchild.
That's why I told you we got the police involved. We don't have to wait for you to tell us what to do. We already know how to handle these situations. We gave them the description of the man and the taxi driver's license plate number.
Well, then I'm going to head back over there and help everyone out. I can't wait here any longer. I need to see her with my own eyes.
Please do not come here. If you arrive now, I can't predict how Ellie's parents might react upon learning you left her there on purpose. Everyone, and I mean everyone, knows that you were the one that started all this. I made sure to show everyone the messages you sent me about thinking you forgot Gwen there.
I know that I want to take responsibility and help with the search. I never expected things to escalate this far. I thought she would be found quickly, and everything would be fine.
What did you think would happen to leave a middle school girl at a huge theme park all by herself? Even if the original plan was to leave my girl there instead of Ellie? The fear and worry are all the same.
I wanted to scare your daughter since you are so rude to me. I thought this could be my chance to make you feel a little pain after all the complaining.
Because of that, you thought leaving a child at the park would even the playing field again. If it really did end up that you left Gwen there, things would only get a lot worse between us.
I'd actually be forced to make you my enemy at that point. I think it's a good thing that you're taking responsibility for this. But you really screwed up thinking that doing something as outrageous as this was okay.
You really are so clueless. Everything about you disgusts me. I get it, I wasn't raised in some well-off family like the rest of you were. I'm sure that you were raised in some large mansion with waiters and maids standing around to fill your every need. But with the way you've been acting, it doesn't seem you got the best education back in your day.
I was a foster child, you know.
Oh, so your birth parents deemed you unworthy of their family. Then that must mean you aren't good enough for us either.
Shut the hell up. Don't make me come over there.
I'm really upset with you right now. I used to think I'd like to bridge the gap between us. But your actions this week have shattered any hope of that. I've heard from the other moms that they all think the same thing and will start to stay as far away from you as they can from now on. Not only that, but my husband and his brothers are thinking of doing the same thing.
Why? What did I do to deserve this? Please tell everyone to rethink this.
Even if they wanted to, you already made your pathetic character clear to all of us. Especially to your third oldest son and his wife. They both don't even want to acknowledge your existence anymore. When their daughter was born, they cared deeply for her and made sure you knew that. If anything happened to her, they knew that they'd never be able to forgive the person who hurt her.
So that means they are seriously going to cut ties with me?
Well, even if they don't, things will never be the same with you guys ever again. And I speak for all of us in saying that even if Ellie makes it back okay.
But why do I have to be the one treated like this? Where did that go? Why didn't I realize my mistake by leaving the wrong child behind?
Betty, does this mean the task was too much for you to handle? Taking care of all your grandkids at the theme park? You couldn't even keep a good head count throughout the trip.
Well, everyone kept running around, so it was getting more and more difficult for me to watch everyone. I ended up having them all split into 4 groups. And then making the oldest watch over the rest in each group. But when we were getting ready to leave, they were all too energetic and acting crazy. I was never going to be able to get a good count on them.
Well, it's not just your fault. We all messed up as well, letting you take the kids out like that. From now on, we won't let you watch over our kids. You won't have to worry about them again.
Never?
To be honest, most of us wouldn't even permit you to see our kids anymore. And that's not just coming from me, we all feel the same about you.
So I won't ever get to see my grandkids again. Not even once?
Sorry, but anyway, I need to return to helping everyone search for Ellie.
Well, is there at least anything that I can help you guys with? I'll do anything to make sure she's all right. Please.
Just stay home and pray for her safe return. That's about all we are going to allow you to do from now on. It seems that your plan to get me and my daughter to stay away from the family backfired on you. After an extensive and distressing search, we finally located Ellie safe and unharmed. The man who was seen with her turned out to be a compassionate stranger who helped her calm down and reunite with her family. He took her to a nearby police station, where they contacted the officers who were searching for her. They assured us that he had no malicious intentions and was simply trying to assist. He explained that he noticed her crying and calling out for her cousins, which moved him to help. This incident brought our family closer together and made us realize the depth of our care for one another. One of the factors that strengthened our bond was our collective decision to sever ties with Betty, the individual responsible for causing all this turmoil. Initially, the other spouses attempted to reason with her and encourage her to apologize for mistreating Gwen and me, but she stubbornly refused to listen. Her behavior was unyielding and cruel, demonstrating a lack of concern for anyone but herself. However, she crossed a line this time, and not only her sons and daughters-in-law became angry with her, but her own husband as well. He was so repulsed by her actions that he sought a divorce and made it clear that he wanted nothing to do with her. Consequently, Betty found herself alone and isolated from our family. No one desired any association with her, leading everyone to block her on their phones and social media platforms. She was left without friends or allies, facing the consequences she deserved. As a result, my husband grew closer to his brothers, and Gwen started spending more time with her cousins. They all cherish and treat her well, and she is content. Witnessing my family flourish and connect feels like a dream come true for me. Although I am unsure of Betty's current whereabouts, I hope she realizes the immense pain she inflicted upon us, extending beyond just Gwen and me.
Lisa, I have some good and bad news for you. Which one do you want first?
Let's get it over with the bad news, I guess.
I know you're not going to like what I'm having to say, but I'm not going to be able to make it to the hospital while you deliver our baby.
What? Bobby, you know how this is important to me. We've talked about this before already and you promised me that you'd be by my side.
I know, honey. I am so sorry, but Mom is visiting town and she said she'd swing by.
Oh, wonderful. Annie. This can't be good.
What? What's the issue?
Can't she visit some other time? This is a significant day for us. We won't have time for chit-chat and pastries. You need to be there when our child is born. You're my husband. So, what's the good news?
Well, I was just about to share that. The good news is, Mom is moving in with us.
What? You mean, Annie's moving in?
Yes. Isn't that wonderful? You, the baby, Mom, and I will all be living together. We're going to be one big happy family.
That's the good news you were trying to tell me. Why am I only hearing about this now?
Well, I'm telling you now, aren't I? Plus, I only found out when she called me last night too. But after hearing her out, I thought it would be nice for all of us to live together.
I can't believe neither you nor Annie thought to include me in this discussion. Don't I get a say in this? The house is mine too.
She's my mom, Lisa. Why would I need your permission? As my wife, you should have no problem living with my mom. The wife should always listen to the husband. The decision will be made by me. That's final.
What era are we living in? That's not how a healthy relationship works. You need to inform me immediately when something comes up.
No, the husband is always in charge. Your opinion doesn't matter here. I can't believe we're arguing over something so trivial. You're being unreasonable here. Plus, why aren't you happy? I was trying to surprise you with some good news.
You consider this good news? You know your mother and I don't see eye to eye.
That's because you're too reserved. You need to get to know her better.
Haha, sure thing. Your mother despises me. Remember the first time we met? She criticized everything about me. Despite my efforts to get closer to her and inviting her for coffee multiple times, she has ignored me every single time.
You two just got off on the wrong foot. And maybe Mom can be a bit standoffish too. But she'll warm up to you eventually, trust me.
Why does she suddenly want to live with us?
Well, she's not getting any younger. She'll be turning 60 this year. Since my dad passed away already, there's no one who can take care of her anymore.
She's only 59. She's not even in her 60s yet, which is still relatively young. Honestly, I think she's more mobile than I am at the moment. I'm carrying a baby inside me.
Why are you being so harsh? We're talking about my mother. Put yourself in her shoes. She puts on a brave face around me, but I know she's hurting inside. I bet she doesn't want me to worry about her. My mom has a heart of gold.
A heart of gold? Are you kidding me? Right, Annie is such a saint because she keeps gifting me expired makeup products. That's totally believable.
Come on. It's not intentional. She probably can't read the label since the print is so small. It's not her fault that they use tiny fonts.
I barely wear makeup and she knows that. She knows exactly what she's doing.
Okay, Sherlock Holmes. I think you're just being paranoid. Maybe you've been watching too many reality TV shows lately, huh?
No, Bobby. I'm not being paranoid or overreacting. I could list countless times she has insulted me. Despite telling her numerous times that I'm allergic to gluten, she keeps sending me cookies made with regular flour. The one time she actually invited me over for lunch, she served pasta on purpose knowing that I can't eat it. So she gave me a small salad instead.
Maybe she forgot. That's what I'm saying, she's getting old. That's why we need to be there for her.
You're being naive. There are other terrible things she's done to me right in front of you, but you never seem to notice. Why are you defending her? You're my husband. You're supposed to be on my side.
This isn't about taking sides. Let's be mature about this. Plus, why are you dwelling on the past? Let's focus on our future.
I'm not trying to stir up drama. I'm just trying to understand your mother's true intentions here. She seems suspicious to me.
Okay, sweetheart. You're sounding a bit irrational right now. Maybe it's the pregnancy hormones? Why don't you take some rest?
Excuse me? You know how I felt about Annie long before I got pregnant. Do you remember what she told me before we got married? She said she'd never want to live with such an ugly daughter-in-law. She called me ugly.
That was 2 years ago. People change, Lisa.
Not Annie, though. When I told her about the pregnancy, she said she felt sorry for the baby having me as its mother. She hasn't even accepted me as part of the family after 2 years of marriage.
So you're saying no to her moving in with us?
That's exactly what I've been saying all along.
Well, too bad because you don't have a choice. This is my decision and it's final. And guess what? I've already told her that she can move in with us.
What?
My mom can help us take care of our child once it arrives. You've always wanted to continue your career after maternity leave ends, right?
I highly doubt that Annie would take good care of her child after all the terrible things she said to me.
Don't worry about it. She knows how to raise children. Who knows if things could change once we start living together? We might all become one happy family living under the same roof.
There's absolutely no way.
Ugh, Lisa. Stop complaining. I've already told you that the decision has been made and nothing is going to change that. Get over it. You better grow up and behave yourself. Don't embarrass me in front of Mom, okay?
Tomorrow.
Hey, Lisa. I thought you'd be pleased to know that all the moving arrangements have been completed.
Moving arrangements? What are you referring to?
Have you forgotten already? I'm talking about my mom. I mentioned last week that she's moving in. Her belongings have arrived and we've set up her room. You don't mind if we convert the guest room into her room, do you? Not that your opinion would change anything.
I never agreed to any of this. I can't believe you would go behind my back like this.
I didn't think I needed your permission since I already gave you a heads up last week. I told you, the final decision is mine to make. You knew this was going to happen.
What about her house though?
She sold it.
She sold her house already? How did that happen so quickly?
Well, the house is old but it's located near the city so it has quite some value. A young couple bought it as soon as it was listed. The fact that she sold her house where she has lived for almost 40 years shows how serious she is about moving in with us.
That's a significant decision to make though. And she just decided to sell it within the last week?
You're not in a position to judge what she does with her house. It's her property, not yours.
Fine. But it's not just about the house. It's about her moving into our home. The house is also my property, so I should have a say in this.
How many times do I have to tell you? As the man of the house, I make the decisions. And besides, we've already set up her room. It's too late to change things now.
Whatever you say, I won't accept it. You need to tell her that this is not okay. The guest room was supposed to be our nursery, remember?
Well, plans change. We can use your office as a nursery instead. It's not a big deal.
Absolutely not. I need that space for my work. That's why we decided to use the other spare room as the nursery.
It's too late now, Lisa. I should also let you know that we've updated some of the furniture too. Mom thought our house looked a bit dull, so she replaced the curtains and bed sheets.
What? What happened to her old furniture?
I donated them. They were outdated anyway. Why are you so concerned?
Some of those pieces were gifts from close relatives. You should have consulted me before giving them away.
It's a done deal now, all right? Just accept it already. You know how much my mom loves interior design and decor. Honestly, I think the house looks more vibrant after she moved in.
I can't believe you're siding with her on this too. Both of you are acting incredibly selfish right now.
Don't overreact. You're sounding like a petulant teenager. Is it the hormones?
Don't trivialize pregnancy. It's not a joke.
Whatever. Anyway, I won't be able to be by your side when our baby arrives.
Why not? She's already moved in. What else needs to be done?
I need to show her around. She's new here and can't just stay home all by herself. She needs to feel welcomed in our neighborhood. Visiting and moving permanently are two different things. I need to be a good son and give her a tour around the area.
What you need to do is prioritize your wife over your mom. I need you to be by my side while I give birth.
Why do you need me? I'm not the one giving birth, you are. It's not like I can assist you. If I go, I'd just be standing and doing nothing else. I'd rather do something more productive and help Mom get used to the area. You'll have all the doctors by your side. Just leave it to the professionals.
Why are you being like this? You know, this isn't just about being there for me, but it's also for our child. You're going to be a father soon.
Who knows if that child even is mine?
Excuse me?
Where's the proof that that baby inside you is mine? It could be someone else's.
Are you accusing me of cheating on you? Bobby, I've never been with anyone else other than you. I can't believe you're saying all of this right before I give birth.
Well, Mom says otherwise. One time she told me she saw you together with another man having coffee. I think it was a couple of months ago.
I was meeting with him since we were trying to come up with an idea for his sister's baby shower. You've met him before. Remember? I even told you beforehand that I was going to see him. Also, do I have to remind you that he is gay?
Yeah, I know, but it could have all been cover-up. You know how I have trust issues when it comes to women. I've been cheated on before.
No offense, but you having trust issues is your problem. I would never cheat on you. I'm not that low. I can't believe you're acting like this.
Mom said if the baby doesn't look like me, she'll kick you out of the house. And even if the baby was mine, she said there is no way it'll be cute when the mother is you.
And you didn't say anything back to her?
Why would I? She is speaking facts. I couldn't agree more with her. Honestly, I think I'm starting to see the truth now that she's telling me how she feels.
I can't believe you're siding with her. How can you be okay with your mom making such negative comments about your wife? I don't want to argue anymore. I don't feel like arguing with a man who prioritizes his mother over his wife.
Excuse me? How dare you speak to me like that? I could file for divorce anytime, you know.
Divorce? You must be joking.
Exactly. You wouldn't want that, would you? How would you support yourself and your child as a single mom? You don't have the courage to do that. After all, I was the one supporting you all along.
That's not true. I was working too. It's not like you were covering the majority of our living expenses. I have no idea what you're talking about. I think I can figure out what to do with myself. I love my job enough to work harder and aim for a promotion.
Ugh, whatever. Anyways, if you talk back to me, I'll divorce you.
Fine. I understand. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, enjoy your time at the clinic. Mom and I will have a great time together while you gave birth. Good luck. And take your time at the hospital while you recover. Don't worry about us.
Over 1 month later.
Hey, Lisa. When will you be home?
Not anytime soon. Perhaps never.
What? I told you to take your time, but it's been over a month already since the baby was born.
Why don't you make a visit to the hospital? You don't even know the name of the place, do you?
Are you still upset about that? The baby was born, right?
The hospital called you multiple times when your wife was going into labor and you never responded even after they told you the baby was born.
Oh, I was too busy enjoying my time at the country club with my mom. I told you beforehand. Did your pregnancy affect your memory?
You were spending time with your mother, huh? While your wife was struggling.
What are you still complaining about? Just because you don't like the idea of my mom moving in, it doesn't give you permission to act like a brat.
A brat? You're talking about me?
That's right. Mom says she doesn't want an ugly brat as her daughter-in-law anymore.
Mom this, mom that. Why are you so obsessed with what your mom has to say? Are you in love with her?
Excuse me? Who do you think you're talking to? You know what? Once you come home from the hospital, you're going to rub my mom's back. She has done so much while you were away. She kept the house clean. In fact, she made it look even better by replacing the furniture, and she cooked delicious food for me. She took great care of me, and she even paid back all of the debt I had with the money she got from selling her house.
You had debt?
Don't even start with me. It's not a big deal, okay? Anyways, how's the baby? Does it look like me?
Yes, it looks just like you. Unfortunately.
Why would you call it unfortunate? At least we know it's our baby and you didn't cheat. Plus, it's good that the baby looks like me instead of you so it wouldn't grow up to be so ugly.
Excuse me? You talk to your wife like that?
This is how I normally speak to you. How dare you question me? You should be grateful that I married you. If it weren't for me, no man would ever want to be with such an ugly woman like you. Anyways, when are you coming home? The house is starting to get a little messy here.
Isn't your mom taking care of the housework?
You're telling me to have my mom do the chores? How dare you?
Who's going to take care of the baby though?
That's your job as well. Just come home already so that you can help us with the house.
I've heard enough of it.
Excuse me? Are you saying that you're going to divorce me?
This whole time, you've been talking to Lisa's father?
What? Is this Troy?
She's made it clear that she wants nothing to do with you anymore. Just by listening to the way that you speak to my daughter, I agree with her. I can't believe you're treating her like a servant. Lisa told me everything about the way you and your mother have been treating her. There is absolutely no way that I'll ever allow my daughter or my grandchild to see you guys.
Oh please, sir, you are overreacting. This is how Lisa and I normally talk and she's totally fine with it.
Then why would she tell me that she'd never want to speak to you ever again? Do you know how shocked she was when you never showed up when she gave birth?
I just wanted Lisa to understand her place as my wife. She wouldn't cooperate how I wanted her to. And I am sorry that I didn't visit her at the hospital. I was busy taking care of my mom. You know how important my family is to me, right?
Well, your actions speak otherwise. I think you only care about your mother. If you really cared about your family, you'd prioritize your wife first. You haven't even asked what the gender is of your child, for heaven's sake.
What is Lisa saying though? Please let me talk to her. Is she divorcing me?
What do you expect? Do I really need to tell you after the conversation we're having right now? She done with you.
She can't divorce me. There's no way she could support herself and the child all alone.
I think it's better for the child to not have a father than to have someone full of hatred like you.
Please tell me the gender. Is it a boy or a girl?
I told you that I'm not giving you any information about the baby. You don't deserve to know anything about it.
This isn't my fault. Well, Lisa could have told me herself about the baby's gender. Oh, what about the name though? Did she name the baby already?
Yes, of course. But I am not telling you what the name is.
This isn't fair. I'm the father. I deserve to know about my child. You know I have rights.
Stop acting like you care. Lisa told me that you didn't put any effort into naming the baby. You'll never be a decent father if you can't even treat my daughter well. I can't believe I ever let you marry Lisa in the first place.
Like you're so perfect yourself. As man to man, you know what it's like. Once the wife gets pregnant, the baby is all she can ever think about. Men and women are built differently. I don't know what's on Lisa's mind 99% of the time. You'd understand that, right?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about. I was overjoyed when my wife got pregnant with Lisa. Our bond only grew stronger during her pregnancy.
Well, not everyone reacts the same. You have to understand that you and I are different.
Now stop making excuses. I should have known you never cared about my daughter in the first place. I mean, look at you guys. You don't show any affection to Lisa because you're too busy spending time with your mother.
You say that, and I see how important Lisa is to you, but she's my wife. She's a grown independent woman now. She's not your little girl anymore. This is our issue to solve. Not yours. With all due respect, you need to back off, sir.
That is funny coming from you, who loves your mommy so much.
Excuse me?
You prioritized your mother over your own wife. When Lisa was risking her life giving birth, you were spending time with your mother at the country club.
My mother is just as important as Lisa is to me.
I can tell that you care a lot about your mother. But let me give you one piece of advice as a man to a man. When you get married, you better prioritize your wife over anything else if you want to form a healthy, happy relationship. You need to treat your wife like a queen.
I know, whatever. I still want Lisa back though. When will she be coming back?
It seems like you don't understand what I'm trying to say. Lisa wants to divorce you. She's already signed the papers and the documents should arrive at your door today for you to sign them. Her lawyer will be contacting you shortly.
You can't be serious.
I am not kidding and I never joke around. The house you're living in right now will no longer be yours anymore.
What are you talking about? This house is mine. Don't say you're claiming compensation.
Do I have to explain it to you? I bought the house for you two as a wedding gift. The property is under my name.
What? Even if it was a gift from you, it's not your property anymore. It's mine.
Whatever you say, check the documents yourself if you want proof that the property is still under my name.
Lisa is still my wife. You can't do this to us. Why would you try and ruin our relationship? You're not helping at all.
Well, I'm not trying to help either of you out in any way. Your relationship with Lisa has been ruined beyond repair by your own actions. All I'm trying to do is protect my daughter. By the way, I'm not claiming any compensation from you, but you're still going to pay for child support for your child.
Fine. I made a mistake. I was just being paranoid, I guess. I've had girls cheat on me before. Okay, I'm sorry.
We can do a DNA test if you really need proof. The child is 100% yours and you have every responsibility to take care of it. You better start working and earn those cash. I know about your debt from spending money on casinos.
Wait, how do you know about that?
Well, I knew you must have some type of dirt, so I hired a detective to look into you. Luckily, it wasn't too hard to find something.
What? You hired a detective?
I had to do something about it. Plus, it's not illegal. You encouraged your mother to sell the house so that you could pay back the debt you made. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Please, I am so sorry for what I've done to Lisa. But you can't kick us out of the house. We have nowhere else to go. You can keep Lisa and the baby, but we need the house.
You need to shut your mouth before you say anything more stupid. I am running out of patience here.
No! Please hear me out. I didn't mean to upset you. I am sorry. Please let me make it up to Lisa. Let me talk to her. We can figure things out by having a conversation. I'm sure this is all just a miscommunication.
You keep making yourself look like a fool. What you're trying to say is that you need Lisa to stay so that you won't have trouble living comfortably, right?
No, sir. You've got it all wrong. I didn't mean it in that way. I'm just really stressed right now. Please help.
If we were talking in person, I'd be beating the living crap out of you right now. You're lucky we're just texting each other.
Oh God. I am so sorry.
You're a stranger to us. Don't ever contact Lisa again. In fact, I'm going to block you. Have a nice life. Following that, my attorney reached out to Bobby regarding the divorce, but he refused to sign the legal documents. We threatened to take legal action against him and eventually, he agreed and signed. I successfully divorced Bobby and evicted both him and Annie from the house. We sold the house and deposited the money into my child's savings account. Bobby is currently staying at his friend's apartment, while Annie is residing with an elderly relative. Although it appears they are not homeless, it will take them a considerable amount of time to save enough money to achieve full independence. They are burdened with significant debt and are working multiple jobs to make ends meet. Bobby attempted to contact me and reconcile, but I changed my phone number and obtained a restraining order against him. As it turns out, Bobby still had outstanding debts from the casino that he had not paid off, and in addition to child support payments, he had no choice but to work 2 full-time jobs. He even had to sell his collection of miniature cars. My parents are thrilled about my daughter. They take excellent care of her and love her dearly. I will soon return to work, and they will assist me in caring for her. I am glad to have removed toxic individuals from my life and focus on the values that truly matter. I am excited about the prospect of being a single mom and embarking on an amazing journey with my daughter.